Next stop on the NNSCRA Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour, it is the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware, where it chews up cars and spits them out. As they were here for the running of the Tax Slayer 400, it's stop number 29 on the series. As we're heading down the stretch in this season, and here's starting for today's running in the event. On the pole, it is Kyle Matthews, number 29, the Hardy's Oldsmobile. He's on the pole for his race, carrying one of our in-car cameras, also in this event here today. He'll be alongside Ryan Kazee, number 12, the Budweiser Chevrolet. Matthews, by the way, a two-time winner this season. He also won the season at Michigan, the second Michigan race, and he also won his first race at North Wilkesboro. Row 2 has Seth Cole, number 52, the Folgers Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Becca Tellier, two-time winner this season. Her wins came at the first Darlington race and the second Richmond event this season. She's in a Hodgson Knowles Ford, car number 21. Third row has Zed Weinstein, number 70, the AC Spark Plugs Rumble Furniture Pontiac, and he'll be alongside the number 2 Kroger Pepsi Chevrolet of Dylan Young. His win came at the night race at Bristol this season. He's had his second in-car camera in today's event as well. Fourth row will have Dylan Poteet, number 22, the Miller High Life Buick, and he'll be alongside number 51, Alexander Rowe, in the Valvoline Oldsmobile. He's on the outside of the fourth row. Fifth row, it's all Ford. Michael Whitman in the Stroh-Light Ford, car number 6, and he'll be alongside Kat Tellier. Number 7 is Eric Sanders Ford. She won at California this season. The sixth row will have a Ford Chevy row. It is Phil Parker, number 5, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet, and Keith Batson in Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. His wins came at the first Michigan race, and he also won the road course at Sonoma. Row number 7 will have Jordan Lopez, number 16, the Halpern Chevrolet, and the CTE Ford, car number 13 of Jesse Turner. Row number 8 will have Johnny Gardner, number 35, the Folgers Decaf Chevrolet, and William Brock in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile, car number 4. Row number 9 will have Kyle Langland, 27, the Kodiak Pontiac, and number 90, Ryan Winters in the Red Baron Frozen Pizza Ford. He's on the outside. Row 10 will have Trent Dunham, number 1, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Tony Newman, number 14, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile. The 11th row will have two-time winner Ashlyn Boyd, number 55, the Copenhagen Chevrolet. His win came at Daytona, the Pepsi 400, and he also won at New Hampshire. Starting alongside of him will be the Buck Stove Oldsmobile, car number 71 of Cab Shearer. Next row down, we'll have Jonathan Sortland, number 88, the Gatorade Buick, and he'll be alongside Zachary Fitzwater, number 33, the Skull Bandit Buick. His win this season came at the 600 at Charlotte. Going for the Dover sweep on the inside of the next row down, we'll have Patrick Smith, number 8, the Miller American Buick, and one number up from him, the championship leader, Jessica Shelton, number 9, the Mel Gear Ford. She has a 5-time winner so far this season. Next row down, we'll have the Daytona 500 champion, Emmanuel Hartnett, number 83, the Wins Kmart Oldsmobile. And he'll be alongside the winner of the last race on the tour at Atlanta, Paul Minnick, number 44, the Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet. Next row down, we'll have our third in-car camera, Cole Bieber, number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And Joshua Osborne, two-time winner this season, and the number 25 Folgers Chevrolet. His wins came at Martinsville and again at Watkins Glen. Then it's Joshua Sakuli, number 47, the Race Hill Farms Buick, and he'll be alongside Joshua Card in the STP Pontiac, car number 43. Next row down, we'll have four-time winner this season, Charles Sanford, number 30, the Country Time Pontiac, and Zach Winkle, number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet. Next row down, we'll have Max Anderson, number 75, the Valvoline Pontiac, and Chelsea Bolson, number 30, and number 74, Superior Piping Nelson Contracting Chevrolet. Going the next row down, we'll have Jason Haywood, the Brickyard 400 champion, the Motorcraft Ford, car number 15, and the Talladega winner, Mike Becker, number 42, the STP Buick. And starting shotgun in this row will be Quentin Moore, the Quaker State Buick, car number 26, and the Rockingham winner, Ryan George, in the 17 Tide Chevrolet. And here comes the command to fire the engines here at Dover.
Driver, start your engine!
The Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. It's called the Monster because it eats dreams. Those who attempt to ride his spine do so at their own peril. The turns are like canyon walls. The straight remain tracks turns. Concentrate everywhere. Rest nowhere. Be here unscathed in equipment or spirits. 500 miles anywhere else like a semi-scroll pit compared to 500 on the monster. And it's a fight like no other to bring the monster down, but exhausting to fight it and lose. And today, we'll see which one of these drivers will conquer the monster here at Dover International Speedway. And already we got one on the apron of the track, apparently. And it looks like it's William Brock, number 4, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. He's down on the apron of the track, and apparently I don't know if it looks like he might have blown up. Oh, did he just turn Trent Dunham on the start? I don't know what he did. Well, we better get back up front because they're about getting ready to get some green flag racing. And Ryan Winter's also coming down pit road as well. So 2 drivers might miss the start of this race, which is happening right now here at Dover as the green flag's waving, and we are underway. We're racing at Dover. And apparently a tire change on the Ryan Winters machine. There's William Brock. Oh, William Brock's on pit, is out of the race already. Well, meantime, Kyle Matthews gets to jump on the start here as he leads the first lap of the race with Ryan Winters, with Ryan Kazee in second position, and a battle for third going on 3 wide between Seth Cole, Dylan Young, and Becca Tellier as the field comes down to the third and fourth turns now. Kazee looks to the inside of Matthews looking for a position. That's for the lead. The 12 and the 29 going at it. Who leads this lap? And it looks like Matthews did by just a smidgen, but because he takes the lead only for a moment, but Matthews got the outside lane working to his advantage. And Ryan Winters coming out of pit road to rejoin the fight here. Even though he's now 2 laps down, and 35 miles an hour. That is a killer coming down pit road. And I think Matthews will now be made a 3rd lap down, I believe. Yes, it will be a 3rd lap down. As a matter of fact, if they catch him. And it was a gearbox problem, by the way, on the number 4 Oldsmobile of William Brock, excuse me. So all Ryan Winters has got to do is to make about 4 laps, and he's gained a position. Actually, 3 laps, excuse me. And battling for the lead, here comes Ryan Kazee on the inside again on Matthews. Matthews throws the block again as they go on to turn number 1. Riding with Kyle Matthews, number 29, as he goes to the inside now. And Kazee, Winters will throw the block on him for the moment as Becca Tellier, see it right there in the rearview mirror, go for second position on Ryan Winters, and whoa! And he had to back out of it there, and it looks like, yellow flag is waved for the first time here today. And it might be for Joshua Collard, number 43, the STP Pontiac, and he is not having a good season so far in the Richard Petty cars, and he has backed the wall on the back end of his Pontiac. And I see the other STP car involved. That would have been the Mike Becker machine. Oh yeah, we had a big bunch up off turn number 4. And here's how the first yellow flag unfolded here at Dover. And turn 4 is usually Calamity Corner at Dover Downs International Speedway. And there's Collard turns Paul Minnick in the 44 into the wall, and then he collects Zorlin. He collects Patrick Smith. So far, so much for Patrick Smith's chances for a Dover sweep. Oh, Cole Beaver just barely got through, but Mike Becker does it. They see a Hartnett's in the crash. Chelsea Bowles. Oh, Charles Sanford might have been in this crash too in the 30 car. There's Ryan George in 17, and I think Sanford might have got away with no damage. And Quentin Moore saves it in the 26 machine, and so did Max Anderson in 75. And he had no damage to the 30 machine of Charles Sanford as he continues on. But several cars look like they coming down pit road for a unscheduled pit stop. Cole Deaver had an interesting view of this. He was running in the back, and he almost was in this one. Let's run with Cole Deaver. Did a smart thing by following the 11 of Zach Winkle as they avoided the crash here. Not too many cars with damage on their machines neither. And you see Sorlin coming out of pit road as they trying to rejoin the action here at Dover Downs International here at Dover. And we are one lap away from green flag racing here. The lap cars of Ryan Winters, Mike Becker, and Joshua Collard all underneath the leaders, and we'll keep an eye on the lap cars as we always do because they can present a problem. And sometimes a simple spin will manifest itself into something more serious. So, with all that said, Kyle Matthews, he's led all the way so far. He's had some challenges from that 12 machine of Ryan Cassini, whose best finish this season was a second at New Hampshire. Another 1 mile track, so that 12 car has got a good 1 mile setup, at least on the 1 mile flat track he does, which he'll be heading to appearances now from at Phoenix, Arizona. And meantime, green flag is back out, and Matthews again gets a good jump. And Dylan Young's view, he sees the leaders getting far away, and he is getting a little bit angry with that 42 car. So much so trapped behind him that the 51 of, well, I thought the 51 of Center Road was going to go by him, and then turned out he got trapped behind, and Young says thank you very much. And he escapes all getting trapped in it. Oh, this does not look good up behind. And yellow flag is flowing again for the second time here today. And I don't... Oh, we might... Oh, we got cars spinning here. And oh, piling in is Dylan Young. There's Jesse Turner, Osborne, Trent Dunham's in it. Well, now I'm confused. What's happening now? Well, look and see what caused the yellow flag to fly for the second time here today. And oh no! The championship leader has spun. So the points leader, Jessica Shelton, has caused the yellow flag. I don't know if she caused it or if anybody else did. But yep, that was the second caution today on the. Yep, and Ashlyn Boyd got into Shelton, looks like, and sends her around. Cole Deaver spins as well, and Paul Minnick slams the wall again. Oh, and yeah, she gets damaged there from the 83 of Emmanuel Hartnett. And there's the Boyd spun right there. There's Max Anderson 75, Kyle Langland 27. Yeah, Deaver spun into the crash there, and there's the damaged up car of Paul Minnick in 44. And Chelsea Bowles and Patrick Smith apparently not happy with each other. Come off the second turn. But the points leader, Jessica Shelton, has spun. And I don't know if she's going to be back in the race or not, though, but we'll about to find out. On board again with Cole Deaver. And Deaver gets a hit from the 88 of Jonathan Zorlin. That was what Deaver saw, and now here's what Dylan Young saw from his perspective. He gets slowed down, but and he keeps getting hit like a little silver ball in the pinball machine. Apparently when he spun the car, he stalled the engine. That can happen sometimes, though. You spin the cars out. You spin the cars out trying to avoid this, trying to avoid a spin or trying to avoid a crash or something like that. And more often than not, you can stall the motor. You can stall the motor doing that. Cars out of race: Ashlyn Boyd, Paul Minnick, Max Anderson, Jonathan Zordan, and Ryan and William Brock. And the cars lap down there. Mike Becker. There's Mike Becker, Collard, Deaver is a lap down. So too is Winters, Jesse Turner, Trent Dunham, and Jessica Shelton is now dropped to 35th position. And so she hopes to. So she is very in danger now of losing ground in the points right now because she came in with a well over 200 plus point advantage on Charles Sanford. And look at all those cars strewn all over the racetrack on the backstretch. Keep an eye on those lap cars here. Let's see what happens coming through off the fourth corner. Oh, and here we go again. Batson spins this time along with Bill Parker spun, Tony Newman, Chelsea Bowles spun, Zach Winkle. There's Phil Parker in the 5. And leading him back to the line is Kyle Matthews. And oh, he better get slowed down right there. Owen Matthews and because he spins and he's and 29's even got some damage on the car too because he hit the 5 of Phil Parker. Jeez, those lap cars always getting in the way, it seems like. And somehow I knew this was going to happen come off the fourth turn, because as I said, fourth turn is usually Calamity Corner at Dover. And they see getting a little tail heavy. Shear looks like he shoves Parker and Osborne right there, and that sends Newman, Parker, and Batson around, and then there's where Winkle got involved in the crash, and the rest of the drivers playing a game of where do I go when I get there. Let's see. Batson spins right there in front of Osborne, and there's where Jason Haywood gets into the whole deal. Charles Sanford, second in points, he barely misses the crash. And how Osborne did not crash, I will never know. Oh my gosh. Quentin Moore, he spins, or he's got some damage to his machine too. There's Patrick Smith in the 8, he's damaged up. Tony Newman's damaged up. Winkle, he spins as well. But now we're about to get ready to see what happened there. There's the battle of the line here. Kyle Matthews beats out Zach beats out Ryan Kazee. Oh crap. Beats out Ryan Kazee and Becca Tellier. Let's rewind back to that. Fudge. Beats out Ryan Kazee and Becca Tellier back to the start finish line and now Kazee and Matthews both spin. Yeah, into Phil Parker he goes. Oh man, yeah, damaged up to that twin and Oldsmobile. Seth Cole's damaged up, and I think Dylan Young got into it as well. This little glitch at Dover is what it looks like here. On board with Kyle Matthews on this one. Kyle Matthews having a hard time getting his car to start back up. And Dylan Young had an interesting view of this too. So, with all that said, we're not even halfway through the race. We are under caution for the third time here at Dover Downs International Speedway. Ryan George, now recent car out of the race here, as we have got seven cars a lap down. The rest maybe actually a lot more than that actually. Anyway, Kyle Matthews leads. Second position is Becca Tellier. Seth Cole third. Fourth is Ryan Kazee. Fifth position right now is Zed Weinstein. Then it's Dylan Young, Kat Tellier, Johnny Gardner, Alexander Rowe, and Jordan Lopez. The top 10. The green flag back out. We're back on the way on the 23rd lap here at Dover. Now, what about that damage on the 29 of Matthews? We'll see if that affects him at all. Well, the inside lane actually affects him a little bit because Becca Tellier just now taking the lead with now Seth Cole trying to follow suit in the 52 machine. And he made it through a lap without a crash. What a miracle. 3 wide for position there. Johnny Gardner and Kat Tellier inside of the lap car of Brian Winters as they go to the third and fourth turns now. And oh, Young and Matthews are they're nose to tail at the fourth turn. And that is the battle for the 5th position. Now Seth Cole trying to close up on the 21 machine. Ryan Casino takes 3rd position now. Weinstein to 4th, and now Young takes 5th, and Johnny Gardner looking for 5th position now inside of Dylan Young. Up the high side goes Young in the 2 machine. Gardner damaged up to the back end of his 35 machine, but then again, aren't they all damaged up now at Dover after this all? Now we got a spin! A spin, Charles Sanford spins down the 30 machine. Phil Parker again's crashed, and so does the 15 of Jason Haywood. Haywood's upside down in the 15 car. So the 4th caution now flies on the 26th lap here at Dover, and oh my gosh. Oh my goodness sakes. Jason Haywood took a tumble on the back stretch at Dover. Let's take a look at what happened on this whole deal. Yeah, you cannot do 4 wide at Dover, and that's what happened. Sanford snuck in there, took that nose of that Pontiac, and made it 4 wide off the 2nd turn at Dover. And thought he can get by very quickly, but he ends up tapping Osborne, looks like in the 25 car. That sends him right into Phil Parker. And there's what started the whole thing for Jason Haywood in the 15 machine. There's 2 tumbles. There's 3. 4. And right on top, ends up on top of Phil Parker's car in the 5. And Haywood ends up taking 4.5 tumbles on the backstretch at Dover. So the Brickyard 400 champion, not a good day for him. He was running 17th when this all happened, too. And didn't look like much damage on the 30 of Charles Sanford. I do not know, to be honest, but we'll... Well, let's see. Sanford got up the track there. It looks like he got up into Osborne in 25. That's what sent him into the 5. And Charles just... and there's where the 11 of Zach Winkle he hits. And then Joshua Sakuli in the 47. Does he get damage? No, he does not get any damage to the 47 machine. So, masterful job by Sakuli getting underneath the whole thing. And then, yeah, there's where Haywood ends up landing on top of the 5. And you see Tony Newman, the 14, driving away. Tony Newman also involved in the crash. And so the car's now out of the race here. Batson's out, Osborne's out, Parker's out, and this is Jason Haywood. No question, secret, he's out. And Charles Sanders still remains on the racetrack. He is 18th right now, so he is still in position to gain some points on Jessica Shelton. And the points chase, even though Shelton's will have quite a lead regardless coming out of Dover, but we'll see what happens here as they come off to number 4 as the green flag will wave. Becca Tellier out in front looking for her 3rd victory of the season. She has 30 laps remaining. Well, no, she will not have 30 laps remaining when the green flag falls. Yep, it'll be a green flag this time by. So they have waited to restart off, and now we're about to get ready for the restart. Joshua Collard actually came in the pit road for service, so it's Tellier leading. 2nd is Seth Cole. 3rd is Ryan Kazee. 4th is Zed Weinstein. Dylan Young 5th. Johnny Gardner 6th. 7th is Kat Tellier. 8th right now is Jordan Lopez. Alexander Rowe 9th, and Kyle Matthews has now dropped to 10th position as the green flag falls. We are back underway on lap 32. I can tell you using that low lane to open up some advantage. And the lap cars, let's keep an eye on them as always here. Trent down to the inside of Ryan Kazee in the 90. Well, that was close. And oh gosh, they are getting a little frisky off that second turn here as they come down the drag stretch. Tony Newman and Quentin Moore coming off the pits. Charles Sammer diving inside of Joshua Collard, who almost gets tapped turned around by the 33 of Zachary Fitzwater. Meantime, back up front here, Seth Cole trying to close up on Becca Tellier again, as she's given it 1982 Thunderbird quite a ride. Off turn number 2. Look at Dylan Young to the inside. He almost made it 3 wide in the number 2 machine. Riding with Dylan Young, he's running in 4th. Made that 5th position now, as Weinstein's gotten around him. Johnny Gardner looking inside of Young. Turning some tremendous RPMs in the draft here at about 9,200 RPMs off that second corner. Meantime, the pack is really split now because of the lap cars here, as Michael Whitman now runs a solid 11th position, even though he's got a damaged up hood on his number 6 Strolite Ford. Jessica Shelton trying to get out of the way. She's in 25th right now, trying to hold off. Actually, she's got Zachary Fitzwater on her back end in a 33 machine. And now Charles Samper coming up behind Shelton, trying to get by her, and she gives him room. Samper running in 14th position. Shelton running, as we said, in 25th. So she is, like I said, looks like Samper's going to gain some ground on Shelton in the points. We'll see how much. We'll see how much after this very event at Dover. And out slow cars, Quentin Moore and Emmanuel Hartnett there. And oh, Tellier and Dylan Young about turned each other around. Cat Tellier in 7th position. Young now trying to take that position away. And they're still going at it. Here come off the third and fourth turns here. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn. And Dylan Young gets turned. That's Trent Dunham actually getting turned by Jordan Lopez in 16. And no caution. We're still green. And oh, Mike Becker this time spins in the 42 machine. He's getting back underway. Let's see if that does bring out a yellow flag. As Dunham and Langland come down pit road. Nope, we're still green. They're all trying to find a way to bring a caution flag out, and it's not working at the moment, as we're now down to coming up for 16 laps to go here. Becca Tellier in the 21 car still out in front with Ryan Kazee second. Third right now is Seth Cole with Johnny Gardner behind him in fourth. Gardner in 35 to the inside, looking for third place, and he's got it. Let's see what happens to Seth on the outside of the track. Seth's got that outside to his advantage, and he will take position back from Johnny Gardner. And a battle for fifth now going on between Weinstein and Tellier. And the Dillons are both behind him. That's Dylan Poteet in 7th and Young in 8th. And meantime, Emmanuel Hartnett's still on the inside lane, and he'll duck to the apron of the track and come back down pit road. Pit stops going on here. Kyle Langland and Patrick Smith in the 8. Trent Dunham also coming down pit road, but meantime, Ryan Kazee is closing up on Becca Tellier for position. That is for the lead here, with now coming down for 13 laps to go at Dover. What's going to happen here on this last few laps here? Tellier out in front. Second, as we said, is the 12 of Ryan Kazee as they come out through the third and fourth turns now. Battle for third still raging on between Seth Cole and Johnny Gardner. The 52 and 35, two of the Folgers cars. Folgers regular and Folgers decaf. Pair of 1987 Chevrolets going out of here for position as we come down to the third and fourth turns now, and Seth Cole pulls back ahead. I tell you, and this battle for position is all well and good, though, but that's until you realize you are losing ground to the leaders, and as they come down to the third, as they come down back for position, that's Young taking fifth away from Cat Tellier and 70 Zed Weinstein, both behind him. Weinstein looking to take fifth position away in the 70 car, and now Gardner looks like takes a look again inside. And Ryan Kazee is getting held up by traffic here as Becca Tellier in the 21 car. And she's maneuvering a whole lot better than the 12 is, and now the 12 is stuck behind Collard in the 43. And Kev Shear in 71. And meantime, and now Seth Cole's now behind Cole Deaver. Riding with Cole Deaver in the number 3 machine as he has got Johnny Gardner behind him, as is Dylan Young. Deaver running in 18th position right now. Zach Winkle behind him in 19th. That is about a fourth position. And Shear is now on the apron of the track here in the number 71 machine. And now the Dillons are both behind the 71 car now. And Owen Collard spins, and he is turned around. Joshua Collard turned around in the number 43 machine. And, oh, Becca Taylor did not want to see that yellow flag, and she crashes along with Mike Becker! The leader of the race gets in a tangle coming to the yellow flag. And let's take a look what happened there. Yeah. Taylor gets into a tumble with the 42 of Mike Becker. She still beats the 12 of Ryan Gazee back to the start-finish line. But let's take a look what happened that caused the yellow flag in the first place. And it was for Collard in the 43 car. Let's take a look at what happened. And he thought he was cleared. Johnny Gardner simply. And on he gives Seth Cole a little hit, too, in the 52 car. And several cars getting through as the field, you see Collard on pit road down the 43 car. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a green-white checker now. Becca Taylor is in first position. Second is the 12 of Ryan Gazee, looking for his first victory in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Seth Cole third, Johnny Gardner fourth, Dylan Young fifth. Green flag is out. 2 more laps to go. Taylor gets a jump when she needed it right here, but here comes Gazee to the inside lane, looking to take position. He goes to the inside now of Taylor. Seth Cole now on the high side trying to begin the roll as he's trying to find some running room. White flag waves over Becca Taylor. She has 1 lap to go in this race. Looking for her third victory station. She won up at Darlington. She also won the second stop in the tour at Richmond. And if she holds on, she'll make it 2 of the last 3, and she'll come off turn number 4. And car number 21, the Hodgson Ford, Becca Taylor wins the Tax Slayer 400 here at Dover. So in spite getting into a tangle up with Mike Becker at the caution flag, and I thought for sure Taylor was done for the race after that, but she kept the lead, persevered through, and she goes from a spinner to a winner here at Dover Downs International Speedway, all in about a span of about 8 laps. But Becca Taylor wins here today. Second position will go to Ryan Gazee. Third, Seth Cole. Fourth position, Johnny Gardner. Fifth will go to Dylan Young. Dylan Poteet. Sixth, seventh position will go to Zed Weinstein. Kat Taylor, eighth. Ninth will go to Zachary Fitzwater. And Joshua Sakuli, with a great day, ends up finishing in 10th position. Average speed, 91.69 miles per hour. No thanks to the yellow flags here at this race. So 29 races are in the books here at Dover Downs International Speedway. The rest of the league lap finishers, at least Michael Whitman, damaged up and all still finishes 11th. Jordan Lopez, 12th. Chelsea Bowles, 13th. Kyle Matthews, the pole sitter, drops to 14th. And Charles Sanford ends up finishing in 15th position, but he does not gain much points on Jessica Shelton because she finishes in 19th position in today's event. So she does not lose much points-wise. And that's the kind of good news, bad news for Charles Sanford. So only 4 positions separate the two. So for Shelton, it could have been worse, at least for her. Kev Shearer, Jesse Turner, and Zach Winkle are the ones that finished between those two, 16, 17, and 18. Cole Deaver ends up finishing in 20th position. Ryan Winters was 21st. Tony Newman, 22nd. 23rd was Mike Becker. 24th was Joshua Collard. Trent Dunham, 24th. Or 25th, excuse me. Patrick Smith, 26th. Alexander Rowe, 27th. Kyle Langland and Emmanuel Hartman were the last finishers, 20th and 29th. Cars out of the race, Quentin Moore, Jason Haywood, Phil Parker, Joshua Osborne, Keith Batson, Ryan George, Ashlyn Boyd, Paul Minnick, Max Anderson, and Jonathan Sorlin, and William Bruck, who didn't even get to start the race because of a failed gearbox problem. So that will do it here at Dover Downs International Speedway here as Becca Tellier wins the running of the Tax Slayer 400, her third victory of the season, adding on her wins at Darlington and Richmond this season. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the Industry Sports and Gaming channel. We have everything on this channel. We got in our races, gaming videos, whatever president of the industry Seth Cole desires. So be sure to check out Seth's Tax Slayer Truck Series, the Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Be sure to check out those races out. I'll guarantee his races are a whole heck of a lot better than mine are. And Seth probably may want to tell me to quit saying that too. But anyway, the next race on the tour will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the Mellow Yellow 500. And for now, this is James Qualls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. So long, everyone.